treasure up in the hills, and I sure hope I can find. Well, won't you come along with me, and maybe we can find some happy time. Well, I found some here. Check it out. You can see here it's an old handsaw. Blade's still there. I kind of already dug it up a little bit. It was half buried. I don't know how old that is, but little hacksaw. Cool. All right, on with the searching. Right here, it's a jar, but it's got a neat embossing on it. It's got peanuts all over. It's obviously a peanut jar. So it's kind of cool. I don't know how old it is. But I kind of like it. There's no date in it. It says 23, so that might be 1923. I'm guessing. I'll have to do some research. There is a name on the bottom, so maybe by that we can get a date off of it. So I don't really know how old it is. All right, on with the next. Well, here's something kind of interesting. Check this out. It's a brass suspender clip and the actual clip itself, but this is the adjustment, I guess. But they're brass. Oh, it's got some detail on it and some writing. Cool. I can't make it out now, but I have to do some research. Let me find out how old these are. I've found this kind of clip before here, so I thought it might have been silver plated, but I don't know. But it's definitely brass. That's kind of cool. Cool. All right, on with the next. Hey everybody, I'm all done with my hike, and I'll show you what I got. The first thing I found was the old hacksaw. I glued the blade together and kind of touched it up a little bit, and it's kind of neat looking. And then I found, I think, the jar. This is kind of interesting. This is a Golden West peanut butter jar, and this wasn't the original lid with it, but I had an existing old mason jar lid. But what's interesting, why I have it on there, is because back then, and this jar is from the 1930s in my research, back then it fit the old mason jar lids like this, and people back then would use them as mason jars, so that's why I put the mason jar lid on there. So that's kind of cool. Then I found some buttons. These are Hercules and Lee buttons. They both are from the 1930s. Hercules was overalls that were used, or work overalls, and the same with Lee back then. That way it's written dates it to the 1930s. And then I found the this is actually overall clip here. It's Pioneer brand. From my understanding, that was made by Montgomery Ward brand, and it has a patent date on it here. When I'll show you a picture of the 1900s, so it's probably around that time. So that's kind of cool. And then I found an old knife blade. I don't think I recorded these, or the old brass buckle. So, and those basically are around the 30s and between the 30s, 40s, and 50s on this stuff here. I couldn't date this, so I'm assuming it's because of the other stuff. Well, that's everything, and thanks for watching.
Well, there's treasure up in the hills, and I sure hope I can find. Well, won't you come along with me, and maybe we can find some happy time.